Hey everybody, welcome to episode 1 of Talking Shed, where we'll talk a little bit about real estate and a little bit about whatever you want to talk about. So you'll notice we are literally in my shed. I will not be suiting up. We will not be editing. There'll be no polish. It'll just be a conversation where we'll talk about, a little bit about real estate and a little bit about anything. So please, if you have questions or any thoughts along the way, put some comments below. It'll be much easier if I'm talking to people rather than just me talking to me. Even if that might be how crazy I am in trackies and me shoes. So guys, while we're waiting for a few people to come on, there's a few people that have said that they're going to come on tonight, so we'll give everybody a minute. But yeah, curious to see what everybody got up to for the first weekend just gone after the restrictions have eased up a little bit. You'll see the boat there behind me. I managed to convince my boys to come out for a fish in the boat, so that was a bit of a win. Typical Luke Walker style, as my wife Tamara there and Ian, who's watching, will probably know. No fish. So no fish, but we got out. It was good fun. So a quick shout out also before we get into it to all the people that donated to my Mother's Day promotion. It was a massive success. Some of the companies who were doing it a little bit tough, I suppose you might say, particularly say the corporate moose, who at the moment can't even open their doors, or it's not worth them opening their doors. They gave a $100 gift voucher to give out to one of the amazing mums within our community, and that there was plenty of them. If you want to go on my Facebook page and scroll down, I do post a little bit, so you'll probably have to scroll down a little bit, but you'll find the Mother's Day promo there, and a good little read there about some awesome mums. And just very quickly, one more thing before we kick into it. I have got on my page, we've hit 2,000 likes now, so happy days. Thanks everybody for liking my page and following me. I did put out a promo for everybody to join me in the march to 3,000 likes. And once we hit 3,000 likes, I'm going to pick somebody out of that 3,000. So yes, everybody who has already liked it, you'll still be in that draw. When we hit 3,000, I will pick somebody out of it that I will give away a hot air balloon trip for 2, where yeah, it may be over Mildura or somewhere else if it's not running over Mildura at the time. There's a few people on there now, so we'll kick into it. So for those that follow the property market, and what we'll sort of talk about tonight is there's prediction of the market decreasing by up to 30% or even slightly more, some are saying. Fact or BS? Love to hear everybody's thoughts below, what you think. I suppose a lot of you aren't in the property market to really see what goes on and why you're here tonight to find out. But guys, the first thing that I would say to that is, anybody that predicted that sort of decrease was that, the same people that predicted hundreds of thousands of people were going to die. I would imagine so. And fair call. If that many people were to pass away because of COVID-19, then absolutely the market would be drastically impacted, potentially even more than 30%. But the reality is that has not happened. What I'm experiencing, particularly in our marketplace right now, Marty's on there at the moment. I know he's been really busy too. The confidence is absolutely there. The buyers are out, I would say, more than they were before COVID-19 started. So more inquiries I am absolutely having before COVID-19 started. We're having really good open home numbers from our first opens back gone, and even just the individual inquiries coming through to, through realestate.com, through social media. The investors are back in force. I would sort of say, in my experience, the investors really have been lacking for probably 12 months. And it is really bizarre as to why, but I would say every second inquiry that's coming through right now is from an investor. My thought around that is potentially, are people pulling shares out of the share market and putting it into property? Very, very potentially, especially with interest rates that are available right now. If you've got shares and you've done that, comment below. I'd love to hear anybody's thoughts on investment strategies right now. Are you pulling them out of shares and putting it into bricks and mortar? So particularly one of the properties I wanted to mention, I mean this week alone, as far as where the market is at, I've sold two properties, very close to a third one, and out of an open home tonight, very potentially I'm going to get an offer from that as well. Particularly I wanted to discuss one of them. I had a couple of early offers which were absolutely bottom of the range. So there are some people out there that are thinking, gonna get a bargain, let's go out bargain hunting. Bad news for you guys, it's not happening. Particularly those ones couldn't understand why I wasn't that strongly negotiating with them. Very quickly did they figure out that it just wasn't going to happen. There ended up being a further 3 offers, which were well and truly into the range. There was one that was an unconditional offer, which showed great strength, and he's going to be the one to buy the property. But there was one that was also willing to go even further if the unconditional wasn't there. So property prices are strong, and it's not just one person looking for them. So if you're looking to sell, if you're sitting back thinking everybody's on job keepers and seekers and all sorts of stuff and the world's going to end, guys, seriously, it's not. Do not let that affect your decision of moving to your next property, because results are definitely happening and they are good. If you're a buyer and you're sitting on the fence, look, guys, let's be real. If COVID-19 has another outbreak, who knows what will happen? Who knows? But for the foreseeable future, what I'm seeing is absolutely buyers are out. Things are selling. They're selling well. People that I speak to outside of our market, in even the major cities, particularly Brisbane, I talk to a couple up there quite often, and they are just as busy as what I am. So I think definitely the way Australia has handled it so far has been great, and is allowing us obviously to move forward with things. So if the outbreak doesn't happen, things are going to continue on. Interest rates. Hey Mel, how you going? Mel's at the ANZ Bank. She'll back up what I'm saying here. Interest rates are ridiculously low. So if you're a buyer, don't worry about those fears. Go and see Mel, and she'll sort out some finance for you. It's a really good idea, in my opinion, with interest rates so low, to jump on it, lock it in, take advantage of it. Look, the one thing that I could personally foresee into the future is that interest rates could go up. So probably a damn good idea, if you're going to get in the property market, do it now and lock it in at the rates that are available right now. If you're looking to sell, yeah, absolutely, I'd say go for it. One thing I would say is right now, things are really good, obviously, as we're discussing here now. We don't have the crystal ball to say whether there's going to be another outbreak or not. So if you are going to sell, I would suggest it's probably a good idea to do it while we do know that things are good and we are getting good results. So probably not a bad idea if that is in the back of your mind, you know, when you're potentially sitting back waiting for a later part of the year, maybe when the sun comes out and more people come out. Don't wait for that. I would, if it was me and my money, and I was going to sell later in the year to make the next move, I would be definitely looking at pulling those plans forward when I know that things are travelling really, really well. So guys, that's about it for me. If nobody's got any questions, yeah, that's about all. Does anybody have any questions, concerns about the current market? Whether you should be buying, whether you should be selling, whether you think the world's going to end? There we go. Ian, what do we got? Doing a great job. Great to see you doing something different than other. Thanks, Ian. You're a legend. Yeah, look, I particularly wanted to not suit up tonight, sit here in my shed and talk to you guys. To particularly show that, yeah, doing something different and being a bit more real. This is not going to be any polish. We're not going to go back and edit anything. It is what it is. So, yep. Thanks, Ian. Guys, any questions around what's going on in the market? Anything that you want to know? Doesn't look like it. Hopefully that gives you all a bit of an idea of what's going on. Look, particularly in the local marketplace. I know we're having really good inquiry numbers at Open Homes, and look, if you want to read into anything, you can look at, you know, the predictions of Commonwealth Bank and whoever else is putting out articles that are saying potentially it's going to be a 30% decrease. But do you know what? I would say, obviously you need to look at the real estate agents that don't steer up the garden path. There's plenty of those. But you got to look at what the real estate agents are saying. You know, we're essentially the ones that are seeing the inquiry coming through for people looking to buy property, the amount of property that is selling. So, you make your choice. I certainly would say that things are not at this stage going to drop by 30% or more. That's my opinion. Does anyone else have an opinion? Is the world going to end? Come on, somebody, write something in there. Who have we got on? Jamo, how are you, mate? Surely you've got an opinion. What do you reckon? How's the property market? Who else? Mel, talk to me. What do you reckon? From a finance perspective, how are you finding applications? I would imagine if you're experiencing what I'm experiencing, you're gonna be back to back all day, every day with finance applications, no doubt. All right, guys. No one's going to talk, so that's me. Guys, we will be coming on with a whole series. One last thing, we'll be coming on with a whole series of buying and selling in real estate. So I will be covering. Mel says trying to type something. I'll talk a little bit more for a minute. What was I saying? Lost it. Oh, that was the other thing I was going to say too. So we had a look at some facts and figures today, also of what has sold since March the 1st, just to sort of look at obviously the fact that things are still selling. So in Mildura there was 108 properties sell. Orimple's 13, Merbean's 11, Redcliff's is 21, Baronga's 10, Golgol's 31. For those of you that know me, I've just moved over to Golly, and it's a beautiful place over here. It's amazing to go for a walk along the river. I've actually got a brand new house available for sale over here as well. If you want to move across the Golly, non-stop applications. Yeah, so Mel at the ANZ Bank says that non-stop applications. So yeah, guys, the market's really good. Cute dog. There's my wife saying cute dog in the background. Yeah, we'll see. That's what I was saying. Yeah, so I'm going to make a whole series, guys, of buying and selling in real estate, which is going to be aimed at A to Z in real estate. Absolutely everything and anything. So everyone's talking to the dog. You're meant to be talking to me, guys. Yeah, so literally anything you want to know about real estate, type it in there, ask away. I mean, I will cover off a whole heap of various topics along the way, but if you've got any questions, put them in below and we'll answer them live. And then that way everybody can see what we're talking about. Linchpin, what's going on? Yeah, guys, that's me. So, market's kicking goals, buy and sell. Australia's good. Hi guys, have a good one.